Episode, Coach Keyton and Crawford here in Crawford Podcasting Network, Grand Traverse Pie Company, corner of Grand River Avenue in Hagedorn. You can get here, some construction here and there, but worth making the lefts and the rights, and you can get here. And Sunday morning, week number one is in the vault so far for high school football. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about college football, and we're going to get Kerry's opinion of his East Lansing Trojans, how that O-line's doing. But before we get to that, I want to give a personal shout out to the Lansing Sexton graduating class of 1974, celebrating their 50 reunion last night out at Eagle Eye. I was courtesy of Mike Marin and the chairperson of the committee, and my good friend Ted Terzian got invited along with my fellow Quaker Mike Marvin, and we did a video caption of it. We're going to output that this week, and a lot of fun. And I'm telling you what,
Big
Gary,
Reds.
yeah, Big Red, I was feeling the love.
Absolutely.
Even as a Quaker last night, I was feeling the love.
The older we are, old school people, we may not like the Big Reds or the Vikings or the Panthers, but
The Hill Panthers.
Absolutely, but we
A
all
10-year run.
Right, but we all got love for each other.
We got love. You know why? Because we were Lansing public school bred.
Period. There's no question.
There's a special bond there.
Hey, and we was all winning back in them days.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the regions at that point. The Lansing schools was running things.
Yeah, and we had all this. We had this not to diss on my kids' high school or where my wife taught or the East Lansing buddies. I mean, we were hating on East Lansing, man. You all the rich kids out here at EL, baby.
No question. No question. We mess with those kids at all too much to beat them or try to beat them.
Yeah, they were good.
Absolutely.
Listen, as we've mentioned, where you got first week of high school football practice complete. You got the pajamas off. You did some hitting.
Yeah, we put all the gear on yesterday. We went obviously the first three and just
Shells
helmets
or what? Yeah.
and
Helmets.
T-shirts and that kind of stuff. And then Thursday and Friday we put the shells on, put the shoulder pads on, and it got a little, got a little interesting. Got some, get some good hits in. But you only got so many kids, so it's not like you're not taking anybody down or anything. You're fitting them up good.
So you don't do Oklahoma. You don't take them to the ground.
Nah, you can't.
You can't do that at all. Well, how do you?
even-
But you have to do that in the game.
Well, yeah, but that's why, we do lots and lots. Coach G, we do tons of tackling drills using the circle dummies, using, form fitting onto pads, that
How about
kind
the
of
pole
stuff.
vault pad, stuff like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We're on pads, to tackle kids, to fit them up and onto the pad. So we practice, lots of cigar bag tackling,
It seems like, though, you have to assimilate that, hit on the where you're not going
Oh, no, yeah, we're thud.
the ball's not
everything's
gonna
a thud.
pop out.
You got to thud up, and if you're not careful, if you don't, let's just say, there were some kids that got thudded up this week because they didn't bring the required energy to tackle the running backs hey man, it's still football, son.
And it was hot. You had a couple of muggy days.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. My bottom lip is paying the price right now because I'm too stupid to wear a hat. So my bottom lip is a little bit sore right now, but it's all good.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all good.
I'll tell you what, you're going to be blessed with some great low humidity weather. Yeah, this is the frustrated meteorologist coming out of me, but dry, high pressure system coming in, low humidity, about 76. You got a four-way, I guess, on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so you'll learn more about your team.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, we put everything on yesterday, and it was like, okay, let's the tackling period, live tackling period was pretty interesting. And again, you find out who's who because you got 35, 40 kids standing around, and you see the same 10 to 15 getting in, and you got to look around like why you hiding.
You're not jumping in. They're not jumping in.
This stuff ain't in for everybody.
Well, okay.
You have to encourage them to get in. Most of them, a lot of them, like I said, 10, 15 of them, you don't have to say anything to them.
Okay, 40 kids on varsity.
Yeah, well,
How many do you think will go both ways, starting both ways? which is always a good indication of depth or lack thereof.
For us,
or you just got star power, and they're too good. You got to have them.
Or Upper Lansing.
I mean, you have to have it's football. You gotta have the best kids on the field to win the ball game when you're playing against, especially the teams that we play.
Yeah.
You gotta. Then you have to take that second level kid. And you gotta coach the hell out of him so that you can put him in so that he can get a blow. So that in the fourth quarter,
your tongue's not hanging out.
Your starter kid is fresh enough to finish the game.
Sure.
So we'll probably have about 5 kids going both ways.
5 going both ways.
Yeah, not ideal, but
so half of your starting lineup on both sides of the ball are double dipping.
Could be. At some point they will, but it's not like we only have really one that's like Justin Aljari. He's going to play offensive tackle and defensive tackle for us, but his motor doesn't stop. He's very, very, very good football player for us.
And what makes him? You talk about this motor. Okay, he's high energy. I got that.
Yeah, and he's a big kid. He can absorb. He's a really thick kid, and he doesn't. He works extremely hard. He doesn't really get. He gets tired, of course, but it's not. And it was it. We'll get him a blow on defense. We'll coach those other kids up. Coach Don gets those other kids going and going. That way you can get. You get six plays out of 4 or 5 different kids. Now you're good.
I thought of you this week. What day was it? Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember. Went down to Michigan Stadium. We had a press event in the press box, testing all the food and the concessions, all the smash burgers and the brisket. It was great. This is what media love to do. They love to eat. I'm in that category. And so then we went over to the building to interview. We had a media avail with Sharon Moore. Okay, so I was asking him about the freshmen that maybe that quote unquote get it and are popping off the page and they're going to get play. And he made an interesting comment.
More than 4 game play.
What's that?
More than 4 game play.
I don't know the exact number. Yeah, he mentioned 4 or 5, but
no, I mean more than 4 games. Like
oh yeah.
Okay,
Jordan Marshall's going to be one of those, the running back. He might be the third back. But it was an interesting point. I thought about you because you're coaching the linemen. Is it Sharon? And this is probably other coaches saying the same thing. But you got the football in the middle of the center. Okay, the further you go away from the ball, the less intelligence, or not intelligence, but I mean the more difficult. I mean the easier it is. I mean the tighter to the ball, the more you have to think about. Yeah.
And the easier it is to get on the field.
The easier it is to get on the field.
Yeah,
I mean, you got wideouts get on the field.
Yeah. No, the closer. 2 things. The closer you are to the ball, that means the bigger you are. Not
only the bigger you are, but the quicker learning you are. If you can start, if you can.
Oh yeah. But that's where the men are. You don't walk. Typically, you're not walking off a high school football field or walking onto a Big Ten football field and go play. Yeah. That's not normal. That doesn't happen.
Right.
But the further you are away, your skill set becomes different. Because if you're fast, you can play.
It's instant. You can get separation with your sheer talent as a wideout, and then
away with that.
Coaching running back is almost more of an instinctive thing.
Oh yeah.
So
you have it or you don't.
Yeah, it's like that's why you see the Frosh get on earlier at those positions. But it's like at Michigan when Bo Schembacher was coaching there. It was like you wouldn't even think about getting any playing time until your 3rd year. Unless you were exceptional.
Sure. Yeah. But that's the thing. But like running backs, like you talk about the running backs though. Yeah, like some kids have it, but still, if you're only 6 foot, 180 pounds, you're not lasting very long in the Big Ten.
Right.
As a freshman, by what you put that extra 20 on after that first year or so. Now you become that guy because everything else you still have, but now you can absorb those blows that you're gonna get every Saturday. That's that hot tub on. That's cold tub on Saturday night.
Yeah. That's
it's a
that
special
yeah,
place for those
the cold
guys.
plunge.
Sure.
Now it's like, so I was asking you about how many guys you got going double duty on your O line. One guy or more?
Just one, and then we got other ones that will be
Okay,
willing
so
to go.
you won't be able, so they'll be preoccupied, ready to be possibly inserted. So you don't get to talk to them when.
Justin will be a catch in between on and off the field.
So you can't chat up your guys, or look at tablet or whatever you do to evaluate your situation.
Not with him, but the rest of them. But like the other kids, we got Justin and Tommy and Gus. They're all 2-3 year kids. Extremely smart kids.
That's what I take.
So
Offensive line.
They will be, they'll know as soon as they come off the sideline, and then they can relate the messages.
They talk to you.
Well, yeah, myself and Coach Brent is back, Andy Brent, and then Coach
Andy
Horton.
Brent's back.
Yep.
Nice.
And so, I mean, we have a plethora of people that understand what's going on, what we're trying to do. So the commonality of understanding when they come to the sideline or talking to somebody, the information will be delivered, and we're going to be in a much better place this year. Definitely moving forward.
Go back to college football. Michigan State opens. We're down less than 2 weeks. Week from Friday night, taking on FAU. I know your freedom to go over to the Shaw Lane. You're not you don't have the time to do that like you did before. But I mean, is there any input further you're getting?
No, I mean, I didn't have a chance to talk to anybody after. I think we had a scrimmage.
Yes. Yeah. I think everybody scrimmaged on Saturday.
Yesterday. I just been so busy doing obviously our own stuff, and then I have working on some car stuff, getting my vehicles right before the school year started.
Gotta get them right, man.
And so I just haven't had time to really reach out and talk to anybody. I just pray that the offensive line is getting better. And to give
I know you're
chance.
focused on the O line, but when you look at both sides of the ball at Michigan State and their personnel and seeing what's the biggest position group as far as worry factor? Is it the O line?
Without the O line, absolutely.
Stand out all by itself.
Absolutely. I believe the best group we have is linebackers.
Got a lot of
We
experience.
had a very good linebacking crew, and the D line is not too far behind.
Okay.
Got some good players.
So if you have a good defense and a decent special team play,
we got great special team, the kicker and the punter.
Okay.
Best should be
Okay.
top notch.
So if you have a good defense and good special teams, I don't care how outmanned you are, you can hang around for a while if you have those two elements.
Sure. I mean, we used to do it all the time. Not that we were player deficient, but we won a lot of games in Michigan State playing great defense with a great punter.
I think from my perspective, Michigan State, I've said they got to win 3 of the first 4 to be a successful season. And I don't know if there's a number. I don't know if it's a 6 win, if it's a 7 win, if it's a 5 win, because you got a couple of 4 and 8s back to back, right? 4 and 8 season, 4 and 8 last year.
Yeah, just last year. I think the year before.
What, year before? 5 and 7, whatever it was. Yeah, you didn't get a bowl game. Okay. My point is, the games. The key thing for me in evaluating Michigan State, if I was a Michigan State fan, those 4 games that you're going to probably lose. Michigan, Oregon, you got Oregon, Penn State,
Ohio State,
and Ohio. Those games. If you can just compete in those games, and you're in the game, you're making them at least late third quarter, early fourth quarter games where you're still within a couple scores. I think that's a good thing, or not.
No, if you look at where we're at, where we're coming from, what we've had to do in the last year, overhauling the coaching staff, the players, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you have to, realistically, you have to look at it like, okay, yeah, those teams were probably, it's going to be a struggle to beat them. But like you said, what are you willing to do? Because kind of like Michigan takes care of itself. Like if you can't get ready for that, then you have no business playing football.
Right. There's no doubt.
Especially at Michigan State. But the rest of it,
you got Ohio State here. You got Ohio Sate here.
the opportunity to play against those people who are the best of the best.
Yeah.
So you, if for no other reasons, selfishly, so you could put good film on to make yourself more visible to go to the next level. That's what those games become. Like, you know, okay, maybe we're not gonna
At that top level talent.
Yeah, maybe we don't win. But if I can dominate, if I say I'm playing corner, if I shut down this wide out, my stock just went through the roof. If I'm playing right tackle and I lock him down and their defensive end, or I'm playing left tackle, their best defensive end, he gets no sacks, no tackles, my stock just goes up.
Yeah,
so you have to be willing to compete.
Because at Oregon and then home with Ohio State, that is not normal level of extraordinary talent. I mean, both sides of the ball. And Oregon, you know, they got hit by, everybody got hit by graduation. But Oregon's incoming talent is frightening.
Yeah,
and let alone the resources that Dan Lanning was gloating about at Big Ten Media Days.
You know, Uncle Phil opened up the bank.
Phil said, Matt, hey,
trying to win this natty before
this is a blank check I'm giving you, dudes.
What can we do?
Yeah, we got to get this done.
It's kind of hard to, you know. But there's a lot of people that are doing it. And quite honestly, going all the way up to the Pacific Northwest, not the most beautiful country, but if that's not what you know, a lot of people don't want to go up there.
Right.
You know, if I could go to Alabama or Miami or Georgia, you know, and you're still fighting that way up there, away from everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the kids have options.
Right.
They got options. You know, a lot of people got the bag these days, and they're giving it out.
You still got to coach them up. You still got to have culture. You still got to play. You got to execute.
And do you want people that are only there to secure the bag? I mean, I don't really want to have.
There's multiple pathways to a national championship.
And ultimately, you got to have great players.
You got to be lucky.
A lot of luck. Injury-free, stay away from the injuries, that kind of stuff, you know. I mean, ultimately, that's what hurt Washington when that running back got hurt in the game of Texas. I mean, yeah, they beat Texas, but you don't have him against Michigan, you're not winning. I don't care. You're not going to throw the ball that many times and win a football game. It's not going to happen.
Well, next week will be game week for both the East Lansing Trojans, Michigan State Spartans, Michigan Wolverines. So we'll be excited to talk about that. Maybe do a little prediction for Michigan and Michigan State. And looking forward to that. Come on out to the Grand Traverse Pie Company and join us 9 o'clock next week. Also, Tom's Take Community on our YouTube page and on our Facebook page. We've got a lot of content. We really appreciated all the viewership of last week. We were out there at the Lindsey Adams Stadium, and a lot of Trojans like seeing that. You see a high school stadium, it gets you pumped up.
Oh, yeah, you get the juices get to flowing.
Yeah.
And it's just it's exciting. You know, we get to on Channel 6 get to see the two-a-days, get to see all the.
Have you been on there yet?
Oh, I think we were Friday.
I gotta see that.
I saw just a little
Ian
bit.
Kress came out?
No, Tyler came out.
Okay.
Because got Ben Fletcher on the television. So
oh, really?
Got to see a little clip of him.
He returning quarterback.
Yeah, he did well. He spoke well. So happy for
well,
him.
That speaks well for the program.
Get a little shine. Get a little shine for the quarterback. So we just got to keep him clean.
Yeah. Interview some of those old linemen, man. The guys that, to get the job done.
They call us the Big Ugly, so it's okay.
Okay, Keith Jackson.
Our job is right. Our job is to keep him clean and to give space for them fabulous running backs we got, and
that's a win.
All right.
That's a win. Okay, until next time, Kerry Keyton, Tom Crawford. Be safe. Have a great week, and gear up for college football, high school football, just around the corner.
Go Trojans and go green.
Go blue.